Hello, and welcome to Petal Projections, a community-driven show where we talk all things feminine artistry. My name is Reem Rizk. I'm your host, and today I'm joined by Claire and Jen.
Hi.
Hi. So do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Claire. I'm a fourth-year creative writing major here at OCAD, and I'm very excited to be on the Petal Projections show as I am a part of the journal.
My name is Jennifer. I just graduated from the creative writing program, and I'm excited to be here as I was in the first issue. Wow, very exciting.
Many moons ago.
Yeah.
So how you guys have worked closely with Petal Projections. Obviously, Claire edits for the publication a little bit and gets like a really close look at some of the community in there. As well as I love to feature Claire's work in there because it's just amazing. And Jen, your work being in the first edition, it's just like such a archival moment and piece for me. And it's just like, I remember the second you submitted, I opened my sketchbook and wrote a little page about how happy I was because you were the first ever submission too, where I was just like,
cute.
and I was just so overjoyed. And like that kind of joy really encompasses like how I feel about publication and magazines, and I kind of wanted to talk today a bit about the concept of the women's magazine. So like what are your relationships with the women's magazine?
I think I sort of have a complex relationship with the idea of the women's magazine, I guess. I mean, obviously as like a space that's for women, that I think is great in and of itself because obviously it's, as most things are, it's a very like heavily male-dominated field. I feel like often with magazines like such as like Cosmopolitan, you sort of see like even in these spaces that are supposedly for women, the sort of upholding of these like patriarchal values. But then on the other hand, I just think that like the connotation of it being a women's magazine often sort of undermines its credibility, which is strange because like publications like Vanity Fair or like Teen Vogue have actually been publishing like hard-hitting journalism for years now. And that's sort of, people sort of ignore that in favor of thinking like it's this sort of like gossipy, scandal-filled whatever, which of course some are, and that's fine. It's just not, it's just there are so many levels to it that are often ignored, I think.
No, I agree with you, Claire. I think I'm pretty split on it in the way that I think that when I think of a women's magazines, I think that like one section of it is like opinions or like kind of like different aspects of like being a woman. And I think now more than ever, we kind of have expanded our knowledge of what a woman can be and how it looks like as well. So I think that sometimes in these spaces, it kind of feels like at times it can feel very limited because it's like, okay, like whose voice are we including? And I think like even like beauty standards or a way to look, I think it gets a bit complicated because there isn't like a right or wrong way to live. But I think these magazines for a long time has told us like this one certain thing, these one certain values and how to be kind of invited into these spaces. And I think that more than ever, it can be seen as problematic. And I think what's really good about the traditional women's magazine is that it's being taken down to a level where more people are getting the chance to include their own experiences. So with womanhood, it now includes all these kind of like aspects of different walks of life more than ever, and I think that more women can contribute their stories, and like you were saying, that like I think a lot of people undermined it because it's like a space that can be gossipy or one-dimensional or has no depth. But once we move to these magazines that are kind of combating that, it's more than just a women's magazine. It's just like a space where women can like share their stories and their experiences, and it becomes more welcoming. Yeah.
Yep, that's amazing. I mean, I completely understand the two sides of it that you were talking about, where it's like it's undermined for a reason that I don't believe, but I do like think that there are problems with it. It's such an interesting relationship to have. And for me, I've always thought that the solution to it is having more voices involved in the production side of it. I think that like an ideal life is kind of being portrayed that isn't ideal for everybody, or isn't even, it's a lot of assumptions are kind of made going into it. What have you seen done to improve that stereotype?
I think for me, it all comes down to community. I see a lot more magazines or spaces kind of involving the readers or the people who get to perceive the magazine and the development. So it's not just like a team assembles this project. It's more so like we want to hear from you. What topics do you want to see or like see in the production, kind of getting an input what people actually want to participate in. And even if it is like raunchy gossip or makeup tips, you know it's coming from people who actually want these things. And now it's getting more particular in terms of like, oh, we want like a black voice talking about this, or we want like a certain type of person talking about this. So it's more input from the community, because I think that it's one thing to write for a bunch of people and assume what they want you to write about, but it's another thing where you actually listen. So I think that like if production teams do a lot more listening and a lot more insight of what the people want, then you're going to get a magazine that's more well-rounded, because you know that the people who are participating and want to read have a say in what gets to be produced in a way.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that especially like the sort of women's magazines of the early 2000s are obviously showcasing a very, very like narrow view of what it means to be a woman and like who is considered like beautiful or like deserving of sort of public respect. And a lot in like solving that sort of issue, obviously it's quite difficult, and it comes with like society itself and like the harshness that women have to deal with. But definitely like diversifying voices that are like in charge of a women's magazine or like contributing to a women's magazine, like like Jen said, in terms of audience, like what does the audience want to see, and sort of being able to like diversify not just like your board of writers and editors, but also like the types of articles that you're writing definitely would improve that.
Yeah. And on a complete 180, did you ever have like tween magazines where you like ripped post like Tiger Beat?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. The One Direction ones were
yes.
J14.
Yeah.
Did you ever like take the poster out and then see two sides of like one person you loved and another person you loved, and you had to make that decision?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it was real. One Direction versus Justin Bieber. It was tough. In the 2010s, it was tough. Yeah. It was always in the school library too, where you have to like, you couldn't do that, but everyone did it anyway.
Yeah, like who's gonna know?
Right. Like I don't think Miss Williams is gonna care if a One Direction poster's missing.
Shout out.
Like shout out, but like I don't think she's gonna care. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like with my experience with teen magazines was just like, it was something I would like beg my mom to get me, because I really wanted to be able to like rip up the posters and like collage with it. And I think like it was kind of fun to like play around with the layout like that. Do you remember like the perforated like folding and all of that, like to make like this big poster of Niall Horan just on your ceiling?
Yeah. It's so scrapbooky. I feel like the old like 2010s or like the old 2000s like magazines were so textbooky. It was so like teenage.
Totally.
So teenage.
I miss that so much.
Yeah, I know. It's people try to recreate it, but I think that it's just like you can never quite get it. You have to be there.
You have to be in the time.
You have to be there.
Yeah. Claire, I am so glad you mentioned Cosmopolitan, because I prepared a game called Cosmo or cos-no. There's a bunch of questions, and within them, one of them is going to be a real Cosmopolitan article title, and two are going to be fake. I made them up. So you're going to have to guess which one is the real one. Let's go to the first question. So we have A, I didn't want to have kids until Baby Yoda happened. B, I didn't want to have kids until the Queen died. C, I didn't want to have kids until I got a Roomba.
It's definitely either A or C.
It's A or C.
Like, I'm sorry, Lizzie, but I don't think that you had that impact. Like, I'm really sorry.
I don't think so either. The first one seemed like, because Baby Yoda.
I know.
That's a cutie.
I know, but people really love their Roombas.
But until I got a Roomba.
They like feed them Cheetos, you know?
This is Cosmo, though.
I know.
It is Cosmo.
Exactly.
It's not like Teen Vogue.
No.
But the Teen Vogue would definitely be like A. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. I was
like
like,
a Cosmo.
I lost you, but I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
I lost you, I found you. I got you.
Yeah. So are we Versi?
Sure.
You're allowed to disagree.
No, we don't want to.
We don't want
Okay.
to.
For the sake of unity,
Okay.
Right.
So
solidarity.
locked in C?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the answer is. It's I didn't want to
my
have kids until
God.
Baby Yoda happened.
You know,
And then
thought
stare into his giant eyes and you too will want your IUD removed.
It's not my fault. I thought nerds didn't read Cosmopolitan. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's okay, next question. We can do it. Okay. A, my boyfriend and I role played as the Muppets and it was the best sex of my life. B, my boyfriend and I role played as killer clowns and it was the best sex of my life. Or C, my boyfriend and I role played as vampires and it was the best sex of my life.
it's B. Remember the clown era?
Yeah, I could be wrong, Jen, but I think they had the best sex of their life.
Yeah, it was the clown era. Because the Muppets are like, okay, whatever. Vampires just too basic. Like everyone.
I know, like
Muppets
vampires is too basic, and like I'm sorry, but with the Muppets, like role playing as like Miss Piggy and Kermit, that's like every other Tuesday for somebody.
Right, that's
they're not going to write a Cosmopolitan article about that.
That's a TikTok couple.
Yeah,
like
like-
they're not special.
like-
but Killer Clown, you gotta remember the era where the clowns were like on the street.
Like 2016, like it was
Yeah.
serious.
Right, it was serious. It's B.
It's yeah.
If
we
it's
just-
not B, it's B. You know?
if it's not B, it's B, and actually that's the truth, and you've been like Mandela affected.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's see. It
Claire
was B.
Armine.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yeah, I knew you knew it.
Yeah.
And
I
the subheading was, I looked over my shoulder and I didn't see my boyfriend. I saw someone straight out of a horror movie and I liked it.
Oh well,
Well,
Maybe break up
like
your boyfriend?
Pennywise, like I'm sorry, but
Pennywise. Yeah.
he starts singing.
You guys are having different reactions. to
no. I mean, like out of clown makeup, sure. Like Bill Skarsgård, yeah.
Sure. Next question.
Cosmo did an in-depth analysis on why the green M&M is so freaking fuckable, an in-depth analysis on why the Grinch is so freaking fuckable, or an in-depth analysis on why Shrek is so freaking fuckable.
This is hard.
No, I want to say it's A because the green M&M is mother.
She has the legs, the heels.
The heels. The green M&M got her boots back and is also a lesbian, maybe. Like,
But then again, I heard the other ones
like the Grinch one is what's really like.
selling you.
I don't know if it's selling me, but it's catching. Okay, but like Shrek.
But every time I hear Shrek, I don't think it's fuckable. I think it's a classic. People aren't talking about Shrek like that.
No, but
There's
Do
always
you not
someone.
remember like the early
Shrek
YouTube?
is love, Shrek is life, yeah.
Oh, but this is hard.
I want to say it's A, but I don't think feminism has got that far
Wait,
yet.
But okay, let's think about it this way. This is an in-depth analysis. I can do like a paragraph on the Grinch. You could even do like a couple paragraphs about Shrek. But the green M&M, that takes like sociology. That's like an in-depth analysis. Like that's a case
agree.
study.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Like that's like a
Like
thesis.
the other ones I believe, but like that's a thesis.
Yeah.
That's someone's like research paper.
Like
If not, it's gonna be my research paper because there's something
no,
there.
like
If it hasn't been written,
and
I'm
I will
writing
be
it.
your
Yeah.
scholarly source.
Exactly. Should we go with A just because like it?
Just because, yeah, it's
Yeah,
personal to us.
It's personal, yeah.
Okay, so we're going with A.
Yeah.
Let's see what the answer was. It was the Grinch. An in-depth analysis on why the Grinch is so freaking fuckable. This villain radiates big dick energy.
Which version of him?
He hates everyone. You guys don't love yourselves.
I'm trying to think of which version of him now. I don't know.
Like because the Jim Carrey one is freaky and not in the fun way.
Yeah. So cartoon is yes and
Well, cartoon is the one that I guess I could like, if I like really reached, I could understand. But Jim Carrey, I couldn't.
okay.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Okay. We have A, 8 reasons why you should sleep naked. B, 11 reasons why you should never sleep naked. Or C, 5 reasons you should sleep naked tonight.
That tonight.
Uh huh.
That tonight.
Yeah.
Why tonight? Like, I want to read that.
Yeah.
Not just a really good header.
I know, like that's what we go to school for.
Exactly.
Say
like,
what you want about Cosmo. They can lure you in with
they
a head.
can pull you in. And like 11, first of all, it's the number 2. 11 reasons? That's double
Lame.
digits.
That's double digits. That's almost a Netflix original series.
Right. 8 is kind of like, it's a sweet number, but it's like, don't tell me what to do. Right?
Yeah, like you've lost me after number 6.
But 5,
5.
you should sleep naked tonight. Like, not even like,
And 5's such a fun number.
exactly, like tonight.
And
Claire.
tonight, like what's happening tonight, and how do you know?
Exactly. And why is it only 5 reasons?
Yeah.
C.
See.
See?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what the answer is.
It's exactly.
This was actually a trick question. All of these are Cosmopolitan articles.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm
They have
like-
variety.
Ew.
They like to have, it's what we were talking about, diverse opinions.
Right, yeah,
this is what we meant.
This is exactly what I meant. I want to see those 3 authors in a room together. I want to see who comes out.
Exactly.
Okay, this is the last question. We have A, what your favorite dipping sauce says about your favorite kind of bad boy. B, what your favorite pizza topping says about your favorite kind of bad boy. Or C, what your favorite skincare product says about your favorite kind of bad boy.
How many dipping sauces are there?
Like 2.
Yeah, like, you're not gonna, like,
How many kind of bad boys are there?
the one down the road.
Yeah, like Bad Boy Next Door.
The
Like
bad boy at Home Depot. You know what I mean?
there's always one
The bad
there.
boy at, like,
Just
Milford.
Mariano, Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
If we had a Trader Joe's, the bad boy at Trader Joe's.
Oh, I wish we had Trader Joe's.
But, like,
I think pizza topping is just too BuzzFeed.
but it's giving.
It is.
And there's a lot of pizza toppings.
There are a lot, and there are also a lot of skincare products. But I'm
Yeah,
feeling
but-
like the food theme.
No, I think okay. I have something.
Okay.
So your favorite skincare product? Skincare is like good for you though. Like you're telling me if I like a toner, I have to get like the bad boy who like I don't know like
Is really sunburned.
really sunburned and like doesn't help grandmas across the street.
Yes.
But if I like pepperoni.
Pushes a lady in front of a
Yeah.
bus.
So if I like pepperoni or like a pepper, like a pepper. Okay,
A pepper. A pepper.
a pepper is like oh you like the sauce. You know what you know what I'm
I
saying?
am seeing. I am definitely seeing what because no exactly
Yeah.
because with B you can extrapolate so
Right.
much.
Right.
You can be like, oh, you like pineapple, so you're really nasty.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally see it. I
Oh.
actually like pineapple.
Oh, okay. I was like,
No, don't worry, Jen. Don't worry. I was trying to please the
I
people.
also
but-
like pineapple.
Yeah, I really
Yeah, I
enjoy
was gonna say,
pineapple.
like, okay.
What does that say about my favorite kind of bad
No,
boy?
I
I
know.
need to know
Exactly.
now.
But you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what
B.
the answer is.
Yeah.
It was dipping sauce. I'm so sorry.
There's like 2 dipping sauces.
And there's
Should
like,
we be on the Cosmo team?
No, I think that's what we should be like. Dipping sauce, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Leave it to the professionals.
Exactly. Okay.
So that was Cosmo or CosNO. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for being here. Is there any like social media or place you can view your work that you want to give attention to?
I guess like my Instagram. I'm gonna try to update it more. It's je ne sais quoi. You know. Yeah. I thought it was funny when I did that, and the
It was
ad wasn't
funny.
taken. It wasn't taken.
That's crazy.
No, it's cute. I
Yeah.
like your username.
Yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, on Instagram.
Didn't you
Yeah.
have like at Claire at one point and gave it up?
No, I never had at Claire. I had my name and my last name,
Okay.
and then I changed it in middle school for like Claire the Totoro, which is the biggest regret of my life. So my username on Instagram is Claire's Diamant. Like it's just my name, but with an S in the middle.
Plural.
Yeah, and you can find some of my work in the new Petal Projections.
True. Shout out.
Shout out.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having
Thank you for
us.
having us.
That's everything. Thank you so much for joining us on the first episode of Petal Projections, the community-driven show. Join us next week where I'll be role-playing as Miss Piggy. Bye.